Hi everyone, I am here with a Bible reading. I hope you guys are having a good day. It has been sleeting and raining here all day. Poor Sherm had to walk to the store in it. I need to go to the pharmacy too, but I don't want him to go back out in that. So, my doctor called me in some ibuprofen, 800. And I really need that, but I'm not going to let him go back to the store today, walking in that rain and sleet. So we'll get it when we're able to get it. Don't want him getting sick. Abby's got the flu. I guess everybody down there where they stay, she stays there sometimes, where they stay is everybody's been sick off and on. Been a lot of people sick. Okay guys, so today we're going to be reading Matthew chapter 27, verse 15 through 31, Psalm 33, verses 12 through 22, and Proverbs chapter 9, verses 1 through 6. So let me get down there. We'll be reading in the King James Version. Okay. Sherm, are you ready? All right. Here we go, guys. Now at the feast, the governor was wont to release unto a people a prisoner whom they would. At the feast, they always release one prisoner. And they were going to decide between Barabbas, who was a murderer, or Jesus, the Son of God. And of course, Pilate, thinking they're going to choose Jesus, he thought, Jesus would be freed, because he really didn't want, Jesus to be killed. But as you will see, that's not going to happen. The people yell who they want to be released. They get to decide, the people do. And they had then a notable prisoner called Barabbas. Therefore, when they were gathered together, Pilate said unto them, Whom will ye that I release unto you, Barabbas or Jesus, which is called Christ? For he knew that for envy they had delivered him. He knew they did it just because they just didn't like him. When he was set down on the judgment seat, his wife sent unto him, Pilate's wife sent unto Pilate, saying, Have thou nothing to do with that just man, talking about Jesus, for I have suffered many things this day in a dream because of him. But the chief priests and the elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barabbas and destroy Jesus. They roused up the crowd. The governor answered and said unto them, Whether of the twain, which of the two, will ye that I release unto you? They said, Barabbas. Pilate saith unto them, What shall I do then with Jesus, which is called Christ? They all said unto him, Let him be crucified, for doing nothing wrong. Nothing. But as you know, this is the way it was supposed to go down. But woe to the people who sent him down. And the governor said, Why? What evil hath he done? But they cried out the more, saying, Let him be crucified. Pilate tried to reason with them, but they didn't want to hear it. They wanted Pilate to shut up and just do what they told him to do. Then Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made. He took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See you to it. Then answered all the people and said, His blood be on us and on our children. Then released he Barabbas unto them, and when he had scourged Jesus, they beat him, they flogged him. Jesus, he delivered him to be crucified. Why did they have to beat him first? I don't know, but they did. And he was beat before that, when he was being mocked and spit on and everything else, when he was before Caiaphas, the high priest that year. Then the soldiers of the governor took Jesus into the common hall and gathered unto him the whole band of soldiers. And they stripped him and put on him a scarlet robe. Not because they were trying to be nice. They were doing it to make fun of him. And when they had plaited a crown of thorns, they put it upon his head, and a reed in his right hand. And they bowed to the knee before him and mocked him, saying, Hail, King of the Jews! And they spit upon him, and took the reed and smote him on the head. And after that they had mocked him, they took the robe off from him, and put his old raiment on him, and led him away to crucify him. And even when he is crucified and he's up on that cross, the meanness that they show to Jesus, the disgust that they do to him, does not stop there even. When Jesus just wants a little bit of water to drink, they give him vinegar instead. They're sick. Can you imagine all these people now that they're dead, when they died, seeing Jesus standing there? Can you imagine that? Knowing that they killed the Son of God. They were responsible for it. I would not want to be in their shoes. Especially the teachers of the law. Chief priests, teachers of the law. Alright, so our Psalm 33, verses 12 through 22. Blessed is the nation. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Which one?
Psalm 33 from yesterday, verses 12 through 22. We're continuing on with.
Okay.
Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, and the people whom he hath chosen for his own inheritance. The Lord looketh from heaven, and beholdeth all the inhabitants of the earth. He fashioneth their hearts alike. He considereth all their works. There is no king save the multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. An horse is a vain thing for safety. Neither shall he deliver any by his great strength. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death, and to keep them alive in famine. Our soul waiteth for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him, because he hath trusted in his holy name. Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us, according as we hope in thee. Should I start over?
No.
Proverbs chapter 9, verses 1 through 6. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Got a flood warning coming across. Wisdom hath bullied her house. Why can't I talk today? You want me to start over? No?
Yeah. Builded.
Wisdom hath builded her house. She hath hewn out her 7 pillars. She hath killed her beast. She hath mingled her wine. She hath also furnished her table. She hath sent forth her maidens. She crieth upon the highest places of the city. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. As for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, Come, eat my bread, and drink of the wine which I have mingled. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. It's just hard to get, for me to get it right, the King James Version, reading it out loud. In my head, I can read it perfectly, but trying to read it out loud is a lot different than, like the NIV and stuff. Why is that, you reckon? You can read it in your head just fine, but then when you're trying to read it out loud, you get all tongue-tied. Don't know why that is. Okay, let's see. What was our question for last night? On what island was John when he was given the vision of Revelation? And the answer you should have came up with was, Sherm, do you know?
Patmos.
Patmos. Patmos, however you want to pronounce it. That is right. That's the answer you should have came up with. Okay, and there it is. And the question I have for you guys tonight, you guys should know this one if you've been following our readings for a while, because we've talked about this person. And I'll even give you a hint that we've talked about as well. What was the name of the Christian who was stoned to death? He was a follower of Jesus. He was a Christian. He was with the apostles. He was stoned to death, one of the newer apostles. They said he had the face of an angel. Okay, and that's your hint. And that is your question for tomorrow. Okay, and our prayer requests. Please keep the following people in prayer. Lonnie Doles Jr. and family. I heard he was able to eat a little bit, and that they're going to start doing some infusions on him when he gets a little stronger. Please pray for Jimmy Myers, Sherman Crabtree, Abby Myers and Rhonda Karshner, Layla and her son Emil, Michelle Watkins, Judy Thompson, Cindy and Jim Welsh. Cindy's still not feeling well at all. Dora Carper, Garnet Boyer and Jim Mitchell, Melody Stanley, April and Linda Thacker, Barb Post, Randy Post, Sammy and Paco. They got Barb home now. She is home. They brought her home on Monday. And I know her cousin's staying over there helping. And they're supposed to hospice is supposed to be coming. I'm not sure if they have yet or not, but they're supposed to be. Okay, so that is our prayer requests. Alright guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. And I'll see you guys here in a little bit with another Bible study. Bye guys. God bless.